Hey everybody, it's Max. We're going to talk today on another one of our electronics type installs on a cell phone mount and some options for plumbing your cell phones into your bike. Some things we've done so you can kind of see what we've done. This is a cell phone mount kit from GoldWing. It's pretty nice. It's super fast and easy to install. This takes one screwdriver. Behind here, if you'll look, there's one single screw on this decorative trim piece on the bike. You take that screw out, the front decorative piece of plastic comes off, the GoldWing bracket goes back in place, and you put the screw back, pretty much ready to rock. You'll loosen the telescoping ball, snap the cell phone holder on, and tighten the telescoping ball where you want it. One note in the package, I found this bolt that on the GoldWing bracket that holds the two pieces together was loose. So just check the torque on that if you buy one. Then the question is, how do I get a cord if you want to charge it or connect to the bike while you're running? So what we've done for this customer here, there's accessory USB cords you can add to your GoldWing. Sometimes there's one in the glove box on DCTs. This is an airbag, so they put one in the trunk, and you have an optional second one you can add into the left saddlebag. So what this owner chose to do is he wanted to have one in his trunk for days when it's raining. So what we did was we've installed a USB splitter cable here. And it's important that you choose the right cable. It has to be capable of transmitting battery power to recharge your phone and transmitting data. So it's a special cable that transmits data. If you don't have a data cable, you won't be able to connect your actual phone and make it function on your bike. It'll just be charging. So this is a splitter. We tied that into USB 1 for the driver. And then where the USB plug came in the trunk, we pulled it out and replaced it with this one. So this is one half of the splitter in the trunk. So now that kind of works as the factory one did. So he can put his phone there. And from there, we took and connected a USB jumper cable from the rear of the bike up to the front. Since we're never going to bother with this connection again, we've used a big giant piece of heat shrink and shrunk that and sealed that up tight so that's weatherproof and can't come apart. And then we routed the cable along the bike with other accessory wiring up towards the driver's left hand. So again, one tip for this is this bolt on the fuel hold down bracket can be lifted, removed, and then lifted so you can easily pass the wire through. Everything's cabled and zip tied neatly so that it can't rub or chafe over time. Now we followed the factory wiring harness up and through underneath the console here. There's videos on how to lift this console if you don't want to take all the bodywork off your bike. So you can do this. You can pass this wire if you need to without taking the tank shelter and everything off. So it's possible. It's not optimum, because optimum is being able to make this all clean and neat and tighten this harness all up. So we ran the wire up, following the factory harness to your left hand, and then back here is two small screws we remove to take this decorative plastic cover off. And once you do that, you can lay your USB patch cord alongside the factory wires for the left hand control. I use little tiny zip ties, and I zip tie it in place to make sure that it's following the Honda harness, and that way it doesn't get pinched when you try and put the cover back on. So I chose to have the USB port terminate right here outside of the plastic, and I put the plastic cover back. And the reason I did this is I just used a small micro USB jumper for his phone, this guy's phone, and it comes out here nice and neat right at the base of the phone. And this jumper, should it ever go bad, or say he changes brands of phones, or some technology changes or updates, all he has to do is change this little jumper right here, and this is easy. He won't have to take anything apart on the bike. I did put a piece of heat shrink around this because this is exposed to the elements, obviously right there at your hand. So that gives him front and rear access. So on a sunny day, he'll have his phone up there. If it's raining, he can put it in the trunk and it'll be connected. And then what we did for his wife, the USB 2, this particular guy's having a custom seat done by Russell Daylong. And so the second USB port is, we've got a plug that'll go up through the saddle for his wife's cell phone. So that'll be plumbed up through the saddle behind the driver's backrest. So there's some cell phone installation stuff. So, and what we did with this, I'm sorry, where we got this was, this is the accessory kit that Honda would have had that goes into the left saddle bag. So we just didn't plumb it in there. We're going to plumb it up through the saddle so that she can plug in anything she wants to while she's riding. All right, so there's some cell phone connecting options and some ideas on how to do that using just what's available on the bike, and with a couple of accessory cords, you can make it way more versatile. So, all right, I'm Max. Thanks for watching. Hey, we're Traction Dynamics, www.traction.com. Surprised how many people ask us, where is your company? Traction.com. If you have any questions, or you can post them in the comments boxes below this video. Please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to share with your friends.